Hello, I'm Laura. Welcome to the land of Kakiak, where I educate my 3 boys using the Robinson curriculum as the base of our education. Today's video is a prep and chat. I'm going to be putting together my level 2 spelling workbooks. I'm going to update you a little bit on the Etsy shop and some stuff that's going on over there. And I have a giveaway, so join me. Okay, so first let's start with the prep. What am I prepping? So I finished my boot camp, spelling boot camp, and I've been going through my notes that I took during that whole process, and I'm working on updating the spelling boot camp resource. So if you're one of the people that were waiting for me to do that, I'm working on it as we speak, and I'll be putting it in the shop as soon as it's done. Another thing about my prep is I decided, so I kind of changed the formatting of my weekly spelling packets that were in the Etsy shop based on the McGuffey Eclectic Spelling Book, and I wanted to be able to print them like a workbook. So I wouldn't have to print them weekly. I still think that's fine, and you can still do that. You can just go in and print the week that you want if you have that resource. If you can go in, if you already bought it, and update it. And I also, just so you know, I lowered the prices so that all of my spelling programs are now $10, and it's like a year's worth of spelling, or 30 lessons, 30 to 33, kind of depending on the level. And they have, I've put in as much as Etsy would allow me, as many, I only can do 5 files per resource. So I have included the Spelling Man Hangman, I believe is in all of those. I've added in all of the spelling rules and spelling vocabulary to the resource. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Sometimes I had to upload the cover separately, and I'm having issues with the covers, which I'll show you in a little bit. But anyways, so I wanted to print out all of the level 2 for my 2nd grader and make it to workbook, but this is how much it was. When you're just printing on like regular printer paper, it's so much. So I had noticed that when I put together my 6th graders, and I was like, oh, because I also added in a few activities as well, so it's just more paper. So I decided to split it into make 3 books, like 10 lessons each, 3 little workbooks. And so so I printed everything out. So I just need to like hole punch everything and like put it together, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Sidebar. This is what was happening. I don't know why. When I print directly from, because I actually make these in PowerPoint, when I direct my cover directly from PowerPoint, it looked perfect, right? It had the border. I already punched these ones, and everything looked fine. When I converted that PowerPoint slide to a PDF so that I could upload it to the shop, the Etsy shop, so people could print it, for some reason it looks like this. I don't know why, but there is like a gray square around the apple graphic that I put in, which is so weird. It doesn't show up when I print it straight out of the program. I don't know what's going on with that. So I tried, so I converted it. So then I put it back into a program that converted the PDF into a JPEG. So it looks like this. So it got rid of the box, but the image is a little bit larger and it lost the border. I'm learning as I go with all this technology stuff, the programs and stuff. This is the best I could do for right now. So this is what's in the level 2. I'm gonna have to go through and check the other levels and see how the covers are printing out. So I'll add that to my to-do list. But anyways, so the ones that printed out, wonky, I'm just gonna turn these into the back cover of my little workbooks. What did I add to the activities that I add to the McGuffey spelling packets? I will show you. So if you're not familiar with the spelling program, I keep tweaking it. I keep making it better, in my opinion, better. So this is just like the first page. I changed day 1. I added an analyze words. And the thing is, if your child doesn't need all the activities, then they can just skip some. You know what I mean? It's better to have more than you need than not enough. But some word lists might trip them up more than others. They might need more practice on some and not others. So I wanted it to and I also wanted it to open up so that there was like basically one day on a 2-day spread. Okay, so this is the analyze words activity that I added in. And I also added in a how to use this book page. It'll tell you day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 days for those of us that are RCers that do the 6-day learning week, or, maybe other people that aren't RC that do 6 days. And it gives you some more detailed instructions for the parent to look over. I just tweaked some of the activities. Yeah, and then of course I included all the spelling rules so you could have those, and like if you made this in a workbook or whatever, if you had like a spelling folder that you keep things in. And then I also included all like the syllable division patterns and syllable types and like the steps to dividing, like to do formal dividing of syllables. So I mean, I was always just taught in school, all they taught us was the clap method, right? But that's kind of imprecise, and I even find myself now, you can count how many syllables, but sometimes you're not exactly, you wouldn't know exactly for sure right where it was divided sometimes, which can affect spelling, right? And we're trying to get the kids to see the connection between the structure of the words and the spelling patterns and the rules, and like maybe why something isn't, it really is following a pattern, but maybe it doesn't look like it. Like when you change the ending of a word, you know how the base word will keep the like long A maybe, even though you're dropping the E. Anyways, all that kind of stuff. I want them to see that in a different, and not just trying to rotely memorize or like visualize. I mean, there's some activities in there that do speak to that kind of memory and that kind of memory work, but I want there to be an understanding of the structure and the underlying rules that govern English. That's what I'm going for, so that they actually can know how to build and like take apart words. So anyways, that's my goal with this. I did not know I was going to turn into such a spelling nerd, you guys. This has come as a shock to me. Anyways, so I'm gonna put those into 3 books and show you, do a quick, like, I don't know, flip through real quick at the end. So the other thing I wanted to update you on is the Etsy shop. I lowered some prices in there, and then I also wanted to celebrate something that we have hit. We've passed 500 subscribers, and to me that was really exciting. I woke up this morning and I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's so exciting to me. Thank you so much for joining us here. It means a lot to me. So to celebrate that our community has surpassed 500 members, I wanted to do a giveaway. So I'm gonna link the Etsy shop. That's all I can really give is what's in my shop. So that's what you get. Take a look over there. You can pick up to 3 things. This is for the winner, right? Pick up to 3 things that you would like from the Etsy shop. Come back, right? Just have in your mind what you want. And I would like you to, in the comments, because we have 515 members today, pick a number between 515, between 1 and 515, okay? I have the number in my head. I'm going to write it down, and I will pick whoever is the closest to my number, and then that winner will just be in contact, and if you just send me your email, I will email you whatever 3 products that you want out of the shop. So if that sounds good to you, leave your numbers in the comments, and we'll see who we get. I'll talk about it. I'll announce it next time, okay? Okay, so I'm going to punch all my papers, put them all together, and give you guys a quick flip through. So here's how they turned out. I just used my comb binder. And then I'm just gonna mark this one. Okay, it's lessons 11 through 20. This one was lessons 21 to 30. So this one's obviously going to be lessons 1 through 10. Okay. Let's just put these to the side and let you kind of see how they turned out. So spelling. So this book belongs to, I added that page. How to use this book. Days 1 through 6. There's the spelling lists 1 through 10 for this one. And then day 1, analyze words. Count sounds and write blanks. Fill in blanks with phonograms dictated by teacher. This is if they need more practice, the write words 3 times. So write it normal, write it with your opposite hand. Picture the word, close your eyes, and write it on the 3rd line. Words, sentences. So here's the fill in, and here is the write the word, write the part of speech, and draw the word sentence. Pattern sort them into their patterns. Syllable division. Word pyramids. Spelling test. And then explore and correct. So whatever they got wrong, we're going to identify why they missed the word. And then they're going to write the words that they missed correctly 3 to 5 times. Right, like down this, and then they're going to cover it, right? Cover it up with something, and then retest them and see if they get it right again. And you can do that until they get 100%. You just have them keep going over that, or go back through and just run through the activities one more time with those missed words or something like that, and retest them. I haven't had too much of an issue. The kids usually are able to get 100%, or if they just miss 1 or 2, if it's something that I think that they could just do with a little more practice, I might just add those on to the next week's list of words. Okay, so that's level 2 basically, and then I want it so that goes through 10 weeks worth, right, or 10 lessons. I'm going to mark my spelling vocabulary and my syllable division and my spelling rules sections. Vocab. I like these ones that you can move them around, but if you find out where you want them to stay, I have to tape them down. Okay, let's see, how does that look? On the side, can we see those? Vocab, rules, syllables. I'll be all done with my prep for the day, and I'll be back to working on my spelling boot camp. Okay, leave me your numbers, 1 to 515. Talk to you soon.